Okay, thank you for inviting me to speak about these buildings. 88 Limestone here in Ipswich. I think I should start from the beginning, which is pretty obvious. So my wife and I, Tracy, came to the community back in around 2003. I'm an engineer and I work for large engineering firms, and I came out to do a large infrastructure project at Wivenhoe Dam. And as an engineer, with a young family, we decided that I wouldn't commute, I would move my family out. Anyway, I did that job for about 3 years, and we liked it out here so much that my family and I made a decision that we weren't going to go to another major project. We were going to sort of set down roots and raise our family here. So, which meant I had to resign from my large engineering company and go forge out on my own. The floods hit and Ipswich pretty hard, and part of my business as an engineer was doing a lot of flood recovery work. And we spent 2 to 3 years doing that. A lot of hard work and a lot of seeing the damage that was done to the public infrastructure. So we do roads and bridges and spent a lot of time doing that. And once we finished that, we felt that we needed to give something back to Ipswich because they'd given us so much. And we were walking down the street here in Limestone Street, and we saw these beautiful old red brick buildings for sale from the Queensland government. And we thought, and we're just dreaming about it. And we thought, we'll go for a walk and see if this agent will let us walk through it. And that was a mistake. We fell in love with it. And it took a fair bit of negotiation backwards and forwards with the state government, because although the buildings I could see had really, really good bones, they'd been abandoned for 10 years. There was pigeons, there was water leaks, there was a lot of damage, not structural damage, but superficial damage. Anyway, we did a deal with the government. We bought it off the government for approximately $2 million. And then we decided, well, what do we do now? So I met up with a very, very good local architect by the name of Mark Gibson, and we decided, let's make it into a mixed-use development and let's try and restore it back to as close as possible to how it was. Meanwhile, putting in all the modern requirements of disabled access, fire detection, air conditioning. So it was a very skillful job to be able to do that, which I feel that we have achieved. And the advantage we had was that I had my own construction company. I was also managing the design with the architect, and we were also the end user for 80% of the area. So it took a lot of work. It took 2 or 3 years to actually finish the restoration, and it took a lot of money. And it was something we felt strongly about giving back to the community. In 2013 was when we bought it. About 2015 we finished C block, one of the blocks, and that gave us enough momentum to finish the whole site. The interesting thing here is that where we're sitting now is Building A, which is the iconic building on the corner. It was the first one built for the whole site. It was in 1897, the townsfolk of Ipswich got together and wanted to do a commemoration for the Queen's Jubilee. So they built this in commemoration of the Queen, which is auspicious on today, which is the day that the current Queen passed away, which sort of bookends the 2 different centuries. The Latin on top of the building is actually Latin for a sign of a better time. I think the community at that time had come through some hardship, including the 1893 flood. So I felt that it was a good thing to actually do up these buildings as a sign of a better time for Ipswich now. And we're starting to see some of the shoots of the Ipswich CBD starting to kick up a bit of a revitalisation. But there is an onus on building owners to be part of that solution. We can't just rely on government to do it all. We're very proud of these buildings. We're very proud of especially these Brockwell Gill buildings in Ipswich. There's others around that I think would be very good to be done up. The Metropole Hotel, the Ipswich Club, I think Bostock Chambers. There's a lot of these beautiful old buildings that I think there's an opportunity to revitalise the CBD with Brockwell Gill's work. So look, in summary, we really are proud of these buildings. It was nice to be part of the Ipswich community and give a small token back. Ipswich has given us a lot, and I think it was the least we could do. And we are now actively hunting to try and do some more.